League was Blackburn Rovers. Ambitious bids for a stream of top players, including England captain Gary Lineker, revealed the wealth of resources at their disposal. Gabriel Clark has been to Ewood Park this week.
Well, from a distance, Ewood Park, Blackburn looks much the same as it has for the last 75 years. Look closer and things are changing. A new £1 million stand went up last season. There's a newly refurbished club shop and new improved club offices as well. But most important of all, at Blackburn these days, there's a new improved bank balance. For 4 years, manager Don Mackay could only dream of signing a £1 million player. But when millionaire Jack Walker arrived on the board last season, all that suddenly changed.
I have a theory about men. We're all little boys. We never grow up. That's why we play football. That's why we listen to Saint Greavsie on a Saturday. We never grow up. And we want to be there at Wembley. We want to dream that we could take our team there. And that's the dreams that he has. He wants Blackburn Rovers to play in Europe. He wants Blackburn Rovers to play against the best teams in the world. And he's prepared, because he's got money, to put that money there.
The irony is that Blackburn haven't been able to spend enough of it. David Speedie signed from Liverpool for £500,000 2 weeks ago, just when Mackay was beginning to wonder if he'd ever fill the number 9 shirt. Tottenham turned down a £2 million bid for Gary Lineker at the start of the summer. Then Teddy Sheringham said no to a £1.5 million move and chose Nottingham Forest instead. A £1 million bid for Everton's Mike Newell also failed. And Ronnie Rosenthal preferred to stick it out in Liverpool reserves.
As you went about asking about people and inquiring about people, you got a laugh occasionally, and you got people thinking he's being clever now. And then suddenly people became very cynical about it. And all of a sudden players started saying, don't want to play in the second division. It became very disheartening for a while. And now that David Speedie signed, it was a bonus that we did get a player who was playing in the first division, who wanted to come to a second division club.
It's always difficult for a player dropping a division, but I've played in the second division before. I know what it's like. I know it's difficult to get out of, but I think we've got the capabilities to do that, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
These things happen in football, and you've got to be realistic about it. But the thing that comes along is they have missed the greatest opportunity of their life, because there's no doubt about it. This man will put Blackburn Rovers on the map.
And that would be long overdue success for some of football's longest-suffering supporters. Think of Blackburn Rovers and you think of defeat 3 years running in the second division playoffs. The extra-time defeat against Crystal Palace 3 seasons ago at Selhurst Park is the abiding memory. And with all the current talk of football upheaval, the fear is that if promotion doesn't happen soon, Blackburn's ambition and Walker's newfound millions will count for nothing. Club chairman Bill Fox also happens to be president of the Football League. Blackburn were founder members. Fox is a conservative man. And for a club built on more than a century of tradition, talk of a Premier League breakaway has not gone down well.
At the present time, it's very difficult because we have a new owner, and he wants us to be one of the best teams in England. And the only way we can be one of the best teams in England is by playing in the top league in England. That's what we're attempting to do just now. On the chairman's side, because he's president of the Football League, it's a very awkward situation because the president is wanting things to be run properly for English football. Blackburn Rovers, we're a little club who's now got a bit of money behind us. We've always want to be a big club, a very traditional club. The room we're sitting in, very traditional. And we're very proud of our tradition. But the thing about it is never take the mystique, never take the ambition out of football. That, to me, is what the Super League's trying to do, and that's what breaks my heart.
Is it though, Ian? I mean, none of us really know what the Super League's going to do yet. And I mean, providing they don't destroy that dream of promotion and relegation, I can't see what the problem is here.
Well, again, we can discuss that in the second part of the programme.
That's right.
But going back to Blackburn Rovers, they're certainly making the effort. And if you think back to 2 years ago when Leeds United did that by getting Strachan and quite a few other buys, got themselves into the Premier and into the First Division rather last year and did very well. And I can see, you know, that can happen to Blackburn Rovers if they get the right players this year. I think if they get up, there's nothing to say that Blackburn can't get back to the glory days of when we used to play, when they had Ronnie Clayton and Little Douglas and all the great players that they had.
I mean, this is the interesting thing. I mean, when I first was in the game, it was Blackburn, Bolton, Burnley, Preston, Blackpool, they were all in the First Division and all great sides. So there's no reason why a club from that part of the world, the northwest, like the northeast, can come into the Football League and be highly successful. They're certainly very determined, aren't they? And I mean, Don's a good manager. And what's more important, and what's going to his advantage, is he's got a rich chairman.
Well, of course.
And if the chairman's ready to spend a few bob, good old Mr. Chairman.
Well, that's, I think all the other managers in that division would mind the same chance that Don's getting, that he's got a few quid at his back to go out, make a selection of a player and try and get him. But it'll be interesting to see how they go this year.
Do you know this chairman, do you?
I met him at Lamoy Golf Club.
Yeah, get to know him a little bit more, Saint, if you can.
OK. We'll take a